Good morning, my people. It is Saturday, July 11, 2020, 9 o'clock in the morning at my park, as always. And yeah, I woke up this morning feeling great, like always. Right? Positive transmits more positivity, like I said before. Law of attraction, baby. Like attracts like. So today's topic I want to talk about is honesty, and particularly honesty with yourself. Oh, what a topic, because it is very sensitive. Let's be quite honest, okay? Even though the word is honesty. Honesty is defined as being truthful, speaking your truth, living your truth, okay? Now, self-honesty, if you look at every single action that you take, okay, every conversation that you have on a daily basis, can you honestly tell yourself that you spoke truthfully? Or can you just say, oh yeah, I bend the truth a little bit? Let's be real. Honesty is not an easy subject to tackle. Why? Because it's a constant practice. If you really want to be truthful with yourself, you have to look at the pros and cons of your personality. You need to look deep. You need to penetrate deeply within yourself, because if you don't look at your intentions and your actions, here's the intention, right? Here's the thought, and you want the action to happen. Now, if you're not thinking honestly, and let me tell you something, heart and mind, they work together, but one of them can be ruling stronger than the other. So sometimes your intuition and your mind, your rationality, it just kind of throws things off a little bit. So I'd say take time for yourself to really dig deep into yourself, because self-honesty is not always the easiest of subjects, because it's a lifetime practice, and it's not something that has to be analyzed to death, because that's not the point. The point is that you really want to look at your actions. I think let's look at it in terms of conversation, because this is always something I always talk about. Conversations, it's my go-to method of explaining things. When you converse with somebody and they're asking for your opinion, and you want to be honest with them, right? And you are being honest with them. You're like, oh no, I don't like this outfit on you. You look better with this, because of this reason and that, A, B, and C, and that equals the equation, right? What about with yourself? Can you really look at yourself and say, well, I don't like this about myself, but I'm honest with myself. At least I'll take responsibility and notice the fact I'm aware of these thoughts. Bugs, they love me. And that takes a lot of strength. Let me tell you something. It takes a lot of strength to be brutally honest with yourself. Why? Because we are filled with emotions. We're filled with these notions and ideas that have been instilled in us since we were kids. And when we try to break out of the mold, right? We break out of the mold that society has tried to instill in us since birth, okay? Since birth. There is this sense of death, okay? Not literally it's death, but the sense of the ego dying. What you once thought to be true isn't necessarily resonating with you anymore. And when you start to notice that, you're being honest with yourself. Why? Because you don't have to conform to what others believe to be the life, the normal life. Listen, I understand dogmas and order and social structure have been there since the beginning of freaking evolution. But we're humans and we have consciousness. So that's the good thing about us, and sort of bad thing, but at the same, mostly good. When you're really conscious of these movements and you're like, wait a minute, do I have to agree with this? No, I don't. I'm being honest with myself, because I don't necessarily have to agree with it. I don't have to follow the herd. I can do my own thing, and may it be a lonely road? It might, but you may find people along the way in your journey, during your journey, who can relate to you. I promise you that what I can tell you, because I've met people who are going through this sort of transformation. They're going through a transformation one way or the other, whether they like it or not. And they're going to be brutally honest with themselves, because it helps them decipher what is reality and what is pure delusion. And that's the hard part, Because you want to hang on to these ideas. You want to hang on because that's all you've known. And when you let go of these ideas and these notions and these dogmas that have been here since, well, your whole existence, that's all you've known. And when you let go of that and you're like, wait a minute, I don't want this no more. It's like you're losing your identity and you're starting brand new again. That's the truth. And if you live your truth, listen, people will react, okay? But the most important thing is that you're being truthful to you, to who you are. Because let me tell you something. There is no relationship more important in the world than with yourself. Let's be real, okay? Because you are the one who's going to go to bed with yourself at night. You're going to be the one waking up with yourself. You're going to be the one with those thoughts. You're going to be the one laying down. You're going to be the one thinking these ideas and living this life together in unity with yourself. So if you look at yourself in the mirror and you look at yourself deeply in the eyes and you're like, damn, I love who the hell I'm becoming, then you're already going there. Don't worry about the rest of the world. And yet this takes time. It takes practice. It takes strength. It takes inner work. Why? It just does. Discipline, self-control. And you gotta have faith in yourself, baby, because that's the truth. If you don't have trust in yourself, why you're gonna let other people run all over you? And that's not the way to live. Let me tell you, it's just not the way to live. If you live your truth, people will react. Yes, let them react. They have that entitlement. Of course, everybody will react to something. But the most important thing is that you speak your truth, you live your truth, and you're being true to who you are. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. There is no right and wrong. There is no judgment. It is just your truth. Okay? So honesty is the key to living a full life. So that's my message for you guys today. A little bit intense, but I'm very passionate, so I don't give a fuck. How about that? I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I hope you guys resonate. Take this message with love and light as always. I send you guys love. Happy Saturday. Mwah.